This video is an excerpt from the Passive Income Show, presented live every week. To learn more about the Passive Income Show, just go to the description box below this video.
Let's talk about how you got your start on Udemy and why. What was it about Udemy that pulled the trigger for you and said you're taking your content there?
Well, I first heard about Udemy from a newsletter that I was subscribing to, an internet marketing newsletter. Actually, he's become a good friend of mine. His name is Eric Homeland. And he just mentioned something about infopreneuring and internet marketing. And, I've been an infopreneur ever since that little ebook. And he mentioned a website called Udemy. And I'm a very curious type. I always like to check things out and see what's out there on the landscape. So I went and checked out this Udemy thing, and I was like, wow, they bring students to you. That's unusual. It's unusual that there would be a marketplace where you could teach and there's actually a captive audience waiting for you to teach. Most of these online learning platforms, you're on your own. You got to bring your own students or bring your own traffic, So that intrigued me at first. So what I did was I took an existing information product, and it was more of an inspirational teaching, and I just uploaded it to Udemy. I didn't really read the instructions. I didn't look at the guidelines. I just ready, fire, aim, right? And it's how I do a lot of things, and it's just the way I am. And so,
as you say that's the first lesson today, and I think we'll be hard pressed to top that. And the reason is, I've been involved in the web for a while myself. I've had other ventures, and I will tell you that the ones I've been most successful on are the ones I just did it. I didn't sit back, overanalyze it, the paralysis of analysis.
That's right.
And will stop you dead in your tracks. If you, for people that have joined us on this, if you have an idea for a course, listen to what Dave has to say today, and then make a deal with yourself that you're simply going to go out and produce it.
Right.
It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the prettiest thing on Udemy. It doesn't matter. Get it out.
That's right.
Give it away for free, the first one. Now, don't even worry about making any money. Get the thing done, get it out, and get it working, and you'll get several thousand students to come in and tell you how good it was, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
They'll tell you where you messed up. They'll tell you what you need to add to the course. That's the deal. So today, right now, Dave's going to give you, in the next few minutes, he's going to tell you how to do it. And then just go out and make a course. Never mind the details. Don't think about it. Don't analyze it. Just make a course. Right, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. Coming from the eBay world, sometimes I'll tell people, look, just list an item from around your house that you don't care what it sells for or if it sells. Just list it, because there's something about forward momentum. We have to build forward momentum, especially in new things that we're trying. And a lot of people get stuck. They're like, oh, let me read all these guidelines and let me see if I'm doing this right. And 2 or 3 years later, they're going, it's taken me 2 years to produce my course. And I'm like, look, just get moving, fail forward fast. There is nothing that takes the place of making forward momentum and forward progress, because you'll learn and you'll pick up stuff along the way. But I think the bottom line is it's kind of our culture to not fail, or to not try, or not put yourself out there, because what are people going to think, or how is it going to look, or and I gave that up a long time ago. I don't care what people think. I don't care what it looks like. I'm going to just go fail forward fast and learn from that. So from that, my very first course, Udemy said, well, we don't allow videos that are an hour long. Your audio is also an hour long. Your ebook should go like this. And so at first I was a little perturbed, because I'm used to selling my own information products the way I want to create them, right? So I didn't do much with them. But I was in the Udemy Studio Facebook group, and I started to notice people posting their income and their revenue from Udemy, and that kind of perked my ears up again, and I started looking back. So I went and I modified that course, and then I started putting up some of my eBay info products up on Udemy according to the right standards and guidelines. And I started making some money right away, but it wasn't a lot, because I really didn't have a handle on how this Udemy thing works. I really didn't know there's a couple processes, right? There's the first step is where you put something up and you just see what happens. At least I'm talking about my own experience. The next step is where you're feeling your way around this platform, trying to figure out how it works. And then you are moving towards mastery, where you start to go, oh, okay, I get it. I get the environment. I get the culture. I get what sells. I get what's going to work best. I get how my courses should be laid out, all this kind of thing. And that mastery, in my opinion, Jerry, it only comes with really digging in and diving in to something.
Exactly.
And not taking it lightly and not just going, well, hopefully it works out. It's what I did was I dove in and I studied the top Udemy instructors' courses, and I learned from all of them. In one course, I learned about how to SEO your titles and your subtitles and things like that. In another course, I learned the statistics of Udemy and how that all works on an Excel spreadsheet. This guy was like really detail oriented, explaining how what are some of the top selling courses and what are the top price points. He had it all nailed down. That's a course by John Colley, by the way. I studied Alan Hill's course and what his philosophy was. I studied all the top instructors, or at least instructors that it seemed like they knew what they were doing, and slowly but surely I was putting all the pieces of the puzzle together in my mind, because it's not easy to jump into a completely new way of doing business, which is what Udemy is, and expect that your old paradigm is going to work in this new paradigm. Yeah. So I had to do that in order to really understand how to maximize all of my effort and time on Udemy. I value my time very highly, so I want to make sure that everything I do is leveraged as much as possible, So that's what I did, and I could see from that point, which was about September of 2014, my income shot up because I started to listen and pay attention to these top instructors who had already been there before me and who were now doing well, where the first 12 or so courses that I put up weren't doing but maybe $500, $600, $700 a month. They weren't doing that well. And I learned from that. I learned what it was. My courses were too niched and they were too advanced in the eBay space. So I slowly started to change up my titles and make them more broad appeal and mass appeal. And I started to create new courses that would also be more broad and mass appeal, and started to look at the topics that are going to be the hottest on Udemy rather than creating courses on what I think would be good for people to learn. So I started to learn what the market wants.
Yeah, the one thing that's important, what Dave just said, it's what the market wants. A lot of us who have created content, I've got a lot of content, Dave has a lot of content, I'm sure folks that have joined us today probably have a lot of content sitting around as well. The thing is, you've got to put your ego aside. And This is a completely different platform. It operates on some different rules, but the good news is that you can do it. The people who don't make it in Udemy are the ones that that rail against this ego issue, and it just has to be, their way or the highway. And you're going to lose in Udemy if you do that. Every day I go to the place that Dave mentioned was called Udemy Studio, and which you can join freely, by the way, if you're not a member of. Just go into Facebook, pop in Udemy Studio, and go and click on join, and they'll let you in, and you'll gain a lot of information just kind of watching what people talk about in there. And there's other ones as well, which we can talk about later. But the point of it, every so often you'll see somebody come in and just are very critical of the entire Udemy system. I put my course in here, and they discounted it, and they gave away all my profits and all that stuff. And it's a horrible thing, and they're so difficult to deal with, and I can't get my courses approved. It takes so long, and they don't do this. Wah! and after a while, I understand the process. I felt some of those things initially too, but you just got to get past it. You've just got to make a decision that you're going to follow, learn what the rules are. It's not that hard. Figure out what they're looking for. It's not that hard. And then just make quality stuff.
Thanks for joining me on this video. This video was actually an excerpt from the Passive Income Show, which is a live show that we do every week. You'll get details about the Passive Income Show down below in the description box.
You'll also get links to specific courses and discounted links that you can only get here on YouTube. So as always, we would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because we're going to be uploading tons of valuable content, valuable video to help you make a passive income online. How? By teaching what you know through your skills, your experience, and your expertise, things that you're interested in like hobbies or interests. We're going to show you how to take that information that you already know and turn it into online courses that will pay you on an ongoing basis, month after month after month, for just teaching what you already know. So I look forward to seeing you on another video, and I look forward especially to seeing you on our live passive income show.